Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So, this spread is actually meant for last week, but I got home from vacation and pretty much instantly came down with COVID. I had hoped that it was just a cold from the travel, but I did end up having COVID. So it's been a recovery, and I apologize for not putting out any videos since I got sick. But as you can tell, my voice is still recovering. I am very happy that I did not get sick until I got home, though, because the trip was amazing. We spent 10 days in Washington, and it was just gorgeous up there. Beautiful weather. So let's get to the spread. I will drop in a card to where I actually laid the spread out. I'm starting by whiting out the dates, and then I'm going to use these boxes from Proud Sticker Designs. I did get the Bumble Box sticker book, I think is what it's called, but I'll link those down below. And that comes with all the different sizes of stickers that you can get in black. So there's lots of black options, which is nice since black goes with pretty much any spread. And I just picked the one that I thought would fit the best, and I ended up sizing down from that, but I do like how these end up turning out. So I'm just going to grab these and try to put them on a straight line. I'm missing my T-square ruler again. I think I need to find a T-square ruler that is not clear because it's probably sitting on my desk in plain sight and I just can't see it. Either that or a kid borrowed it while I was on vacation and did not put it back where I could find it. So either way, I need to track it back down again. I am going to offset Thursday and Friday stickers so I don't cover up as much of that sticker as possible. And thankfully, the sentence strip came up easily, and I was able to tuck the box sticker down behind the sentence strip. But I really like this layout, and I didn't want to just put it to the side because other than what I had written in for my calendar items, I hadn't even started using the layout yet. So I'm very happy to be able to use it this week and not have wasted the time decorating it, wasted the stickers decorating it. Even though I have a plethora, I still like to use my supplies as frugally as possible. I am going to use this huge friction eraser to erase all of my calendar items and all of my color coding that I'd already done, since this is last week's calendar items, and then I will go ahead and write in the new calendar items. But I do like how this bigger friction eraser erases better than the backs of the pins. Sometimes the backs of the pins smear a little bit more, whereas this eraser actually erases well. So I'm just going to clean off my desk and then see if I need to erase anything else. And I think I got everything. I will rewrite the date and the week number in, and then we will get started planning out the week. I am grateful that I am feeling better since Monday starts soccer strong. We have a varsity game away on Monday, which the away part kind of stinks since it's about an hour drive. And then Tuesday, thankfully, our game is at home. And then we have another game on Saturday, actually, 2 games on Saturday, and those are away as well. So it's going to be a long week. We do kind of live out in the country, and we don't play any of the bigger schools that are close to us because of the size, of course. We're in different divisions. So we end up having to travel anywhere between 30 minutes and I'm going to guess that the furthest away has been an hour and a half, but the traveling is rough, especially during the school week. So I try to take that into consideration as much as possible when I am doing my layouts and my planning for the week. My son also has soccer practice the other nights, and he might be having practice Tuesday before his game. He normally plays for the varsity and the JV team, so it just depends on what the coaches ask him to do each night, where he ends up being. So I do go ahead and write both of those things on my planner for Tuesday. Anything that is scooched off to the right side is something that one of the kids has to do that I don't necessarily have to be involved in. So since my son can drive himself to soccer practice, I do keep those off to the side so that I know that they need to happen, but it's not something that I necessarily have to be a part of. Then I'm going to go ahead and drop in my work items, which is this peach color. I will verify with work whether or not I should stay home for those meetings or go into the office. Thankfully, I haven't been sick recently, so I don't know what the protocol is anymore. On the sidebar, I'm going to go ahead and drop in my errands for the week. Right now, all I can think of is an Old Navy return that really needs to be done at some point this week before it's too late to return. And then I'm going to lay out my meal plans for the week. Monday, everybody will just be on their own since we have an away game, and I'm betting I'll be the only one going and sitting off in the corner by myself. But we do have food here that people can grab if they need to. Tuesday, I think that I will just put some chicken in a crock pot and cook that up so that I can make some enchiladas. Wednesday, I wanted to do something quick because I might be going into the office. We'll have to see again. But steak sandwiches on Wednesday. Thursday, I want to do some sort of chicken and pasta. Friday, I'm just leaving that open. Saturday, pulled pork, and then Sunday, mac and cheese with pork mixed in. We always seem to have way too much pulled pork, so that's a good way to use it up. Now let's move over to the tasks section, and I have not really looked at the set of tasks that I had laid out from before vacation, so I'm going to pull that out, and then I'm also going to pull out my HB90 notebook. And I'm going to start by marking off everything that I have completed and moving it over to my HB90 planner. And I realized that I hadn't started a done in September page. So that's what this page is going to be. I just didn't write on it yet. So I'm just going through and marking everything that I've gotten done and moving it over to this page. And I have not gotten all the things done that I had wanted to get done since I was sick, and some videos will have to get shuffled around yet again, which is why I like using my erasable pen. But I am happy with how much I have accomplished so far in September. I know it's halfway through the month, but I really only had 10 or 11 days of healthiness. And then most of those I was on vacation. So I'm very happy with how much I did actually get accomplished. And I was wondering why it looked like I was running out of room already. And I will realize here that I had been putting my to-dos much closer together, so I need to pack those in tighter. So I'll go ahead and pack those in tighter, even though it's annoying to watch me redo it. So right now I am looking at my watch and trying to figure out if I can see from my watch how many times I closed my rings, and I could not figure out how to do it, so I will have to go and update that while I am on my phone, not recording on my phone. So I'll go back and mark those off when I can. I did close my rings most of the time before I got sick, so I was pretty happy about that as well. Even on the days when I was alone on vacation, I did go out for a solo hike, which is not like me, and I stayed in a Airbnb by myself for 3 nights, which again, that is not like me, but it was amazing to have that kind of alone time. So, I don't know. It was a great time, and I will share more about it, I'm sure, in upcoming videos. But I'm still going through and trying to find those post-it notes of videos that I had already completed, and then also pulling off the ones that I need to work on this week. And then I will also pull off some post-it notes where There are no titles on them because all of my titles are kind of in flux and I kind of shift things around as needed, but some of those just are not going to get done. I'm also going to go ahead and stick a few back into my HB90 notebook so that I can go ahead and do them at a later date. So my goal is to put up 2 to 3 videos per week, but I normally schedule 4 to 5 in my content calendar just so I have options and so that if I do have time, I can do extra. And also, there are times in the month and just when things strike me that it just fits better. So it makes sense to put it on certain times of the month or of the year. So I'm really going to try to push to get the HB90 videos out this week, although as long as they're out before October 1st, they're still very relevant. I just like to try to get them out so they can help other people, as well as then I'm ahead of the game a little bit when it comes to planning for quarter 4. The trick is to not do it so far in advance that you don't know what all you're going to accomplish for the current quarter that you're in. So we still have, what, 2 and a little bit weeks left of this quarter, so I don't want to do it too early, but I think it is time that I can go ahead and start. So I have 2 personal Post-its for each week. One is a weigh-in and the other one is closing my rings daily. And I have been keeping track of that, but it's on my phone. And here I'm very confused because I have 2 weigh-ins for September 2nd. Clearly, I don't need to do that twice. But I just am going to go ahead and move these ones over to completed, and then I will go back and put the tracking in it. But these are the ones for this week, and these are what they look like pretty much every week. A weigh-in and then closing my rings. My goal is 5 days a week at least. Of course, that didn't happen this week when I was sick, but in general, I'm hoping to close my rings 5 to 7 times a week. Then I did go ahead and move over the home items that I would like to do, which included driveway maintenance items, cleaning the siding and spraying the wet and forget or spray and forget, and then hopefully also starting paint touch-ups. We are getting to that season where I'm going to run out of time real quick. Next, I'm going to take all of my making all the plans tasks and write them over on this task list. I have been debating on changing up this area and I have been playing with this section the last few weeks, so I am going to continue to do that this week. I did decide to grab a couple more items in the hopes that I will find time to work ahead on videos. I will change a date real quick and then continue to write them in my task list. But I will go ahead and white out the sections at the top. I had been using these columns a little bit differently the last couple weeks, but this week I'm just going to write Monday through Sunday and then Monday through Friday of next week. And then I'm going to use those boxes to lay out what needs done on each video each of those days. So let me walk through this with you so it makes sense. First, I'll highlight the day where I would like the particular video to go live, and that will correspond with whatever the day of the week is of the column. And then I'll go back through and write what I actually need to do that day. So it's script, video, edit, schedule, and then the heart is watch and like. So on Monday, I need to script, video, edit, and schedule the video that I would like to go up on Monday. We'll see if that actually happens or if I end up skipping that one. We'll see how I feel. But then I definitely want to work on my HB90 number 1. I would like at least the first one of those to go out this week. But ideally, this is what my schedule would be. Again, I'm a little behind since I was sick, so we'll see how much needs to shift. And I also want to make sure that I'm giving myself the opportunity to rest so that I can fully recover. So I'm okay if things need to shift this week. Sometimes I'm a little bit strict with myself and hard on myself if I don't get everything done, but I will be a little flexible with myself this week and just try and get as much out as I can. And I want to thank everybody for not being too hard on me when I change my content calendar frequently. I do share a lot of what I'm planning on doing with you. And I know sometimes people get excited about a specific video and are bummed if it doesn't come out when I originally want it to. So I appreciate everyone being patient and flexible with me. So now I'm going to take those items that I have scheduled for each of those days and write them on the days of the week that I have scheduled them for. And I'll start with a little bit of header action and just scribble down MATP for all of my YouTube items. And then I will just work one day at a time and move each of the tasks that I would like to complete over to that day of the week. Again, S is for scripting, V is for videoing, E is for editing, the second S is for scheduling, and then when I write a heart, it's for watching and liking. I don't usually put that on my to-do items just because it comes naturally. I want to make sure that a video goes out and that it is in good working order, so I usually do watch and like it shortly after it goes live. And I will notice here in a minute that I have a lot of tasks to do on Monday and Tuesday. And I also have soccer games that I will be attending, one that is far away. So, again, some things may have to shift around, or maybe I'll just push everything back a day so that I have 2 days to work on those Monday tasks. But I would like to get as much of that out this week as possible. We'll just see how I feel and if my voice will hold up. I'll definitely have to not scream at the soccer games. And this is where I'm realizing that something is not right with my layout. The lines go down further on the right-hand side of the page than on the left side of the page. So I will definitely have to fix that in my next round of edits. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm wondering if I messed up the sizing of the dot grid on the right side. I'm not really sure what I did, but I will have to fix that in another round of edits. So if this was a normal week and there were not a bunch of soccer games, I would feel pretty good about the schedule, even though Monday and Tuesday is a little heavy. But since there are soccer games Monday and Tuesday, I'm a little stressed out about what I am trying to accomplish. I had this content calendar in my mind before I got sick, and I definitely thought that I would have already had some of this recorded and partially ready to go at least. But since I am behind, we're just gonna have to play this by ear. And then next week, I should have a better idea of what else needs to shift in the content calendar. So, this is my spread for the week. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I hope that everyone has a healthy week and a productive week, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great one. Bye.